Hello everybody and welcome back to another daily update. My name is Akash and you can follow me on Twitter at Mangeku with the 0 at the end. If you click this link in my bio, it will take you to my YouTube channel where I post content every single day. Right, in yesterday, the weekend update, I kind of predicted that I'm seeing this fractal which could trigger a run up for Bitcoin. Right, it was pretty simple, right? You saw a tight consolidation, the price moving up. It was kind of similar to what happened here between somewhere around 28th May. Right after that, the price rallied, swept the range high, and then reversed later on. Right, so this is what I pointed out yesterday, and I predicted that the price is going to go up to at least the range high. And so far, things have turned out pretty good. The price has indeed retested the range high here at 31.5k, and seems like it's kind of getting rejected here, right? And I've already provided the initials of my game plan, what I'm going to do today in this tweet over here, where I'm expecting the price to go down, at least sweep the Monday's low. Now let's explore why I feel like there is still another leg up that's going to come before we actually move up and fill the CME gap here, right? The first reason is the Monday's low that was formed here on 30th of May was completely unfazed on June 1st as the price dropped down. Now this produced a double bottom here, equal lows, right? And then on 3rd June, we kind of got a sweep, but it wasn't that great. It was kind of negligible, right? So I'm not satisfied or I'm not happy with this, right? Every time I've seen a small sweep like this, the price has always come back down to rectify this and actually provide a really good sweep, as I've kind of shown here, right? So that's what I'm expecting, right? That's the reason I'm expecting the price to come down. That's the reason I'm expecting. That's the reason I'm shorting. That's the reason I feel like there's another leg down that sweeps the previous Monday's low. And as I was kind of looking at this and expecting the price to come lower, I was kind of looking for another scenario that kind of fits this. Although it might feel like I'm cherry picking data, but there is this really important pattern that I saw. It's very popular. It's used by Reg Proof quite a bit. So I kind of borrowed this idea from him. But there's a little variation to this, right? I've explained it on my tweet over here. In my tweet, the exactly same pattern. So let me just explain how this goes, right? It's a variation of a bearish breaker. Bearish breaker, if you want to know what a bearish breaker is, just go to my Twitter account and just click on this link here. I talk about bullish breaker. If you just flip it, it's exactly similar. It's a bearish breaker. So let me just quickly go through what a bearish breaker is, right? When price forms a high and then forms a higher high, you look for the demand zone formed in between these highs. Now what you do, once you find this, right, you wait for the price to break down. You don't do anything here. You wait for the price to go back up into this demand zone, or now supply zone, right, to short here, right? And that's exactly what's taking place here. Price forms a high, forms a higher high. You mark out the demand zone in between, right? Technically speaking, this would be the demand zone, right? This should be the demand zone. And once we kind of flip this, once the price breaks below this, it becomes a breaker. Now this is what we should be ideally looking at, but there's a slight change to this. What we do here is, instead of just looking at the breaker or the demand zone, we look at the range low that is formed. We wait for a range high to form. So now that the range is formed, you wait for the price to deviate above the range. So far, nothing's changed. We're just marking out things that have already happened. The only change is that you wait for the price to go back down, break this demand zone, right, as a breaker. You would have also waited for the price to break down the demand zone. And now that that's done, you wait for the price to go back up and you look at the freshly formed supply zone. Instead of looking at this demand zone here, which eventually turns into a breaker, you look at the freshly formed supply zone. Now this is where the price usually rejects. The ideal way this setup works is, let me just cut this out here. Right, so ideally how this setup should work is the price does this and then probably something like this and then comes back up and you short it here. Now instead of the price reversing around here, what's happened is the price went straight down, right? So this is the only variation from the ideal setup that Reg Proof uses. So I'm just going to consider this. I'm going to take this at face value, and I feel like this is pretty good and it's valid. So I'm going to see how it works out, right? So that's why I'm shorting. So that is the reason I'm shorting Bitcoin around here. So yeah, I'm expecting the price to sweep the previous Monday's low that's found here. So there's two things, right? Two things I want to mention here. The price could start selling off here and come down all the way to previous Monday's low. In that case, it's a win-win because I already shorted Bitcoin. In the case that it doesn't, in the case that the price goes up, hits my stop loss, I would wait. What would I wait for? I would wait for the Monday's close. I would wait for today's candlestick to close, and then I would mark out the Monday's high and Monday's low, and then trade on based on that. Either way, I would still be shorting Bitcoin on the close on today's close. So that is pretty much it, guys. The plan for today is hope that the price goes down from where it is right now, or if the price hits my stop loss, I would wait for today's daily candlestick to close and evaluate tomorrow. Right? Ideally, Tuesday would be the best day to trade, but let's get into that in a different topic. So, if you enjoyed today's analysis and want to know more about whatever discussed in this video, if you want to know more about the setup, just let me know. If you want to know more about supplies and demand zones, let me know. If you want to know more about triple tap setups, then you are in luck because I've already uploaded a triple tap setup video, educational content here. Right, so go make sure to go ahead and check it out. So yeah, and if you have any other doubts or questions regarding my setup or trading, please feel free to comment on any of my Twitter posts. I'm gonna get back to you when I can. So have a great day, stay safe, peace.